Welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. My name is Gina Pike. I'm so very happy you're here with me. This is day one of Vlogmas, something that I've never done before. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to do 25 days of this, but we're going to try. I should have probably started the day before, day one. I didn't. So we're just going to see how it goes. We do have a lot of things Christmas starting to show up. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. As you can see, I have my tree here behind me, or one of my trees. We have several trees this year all throughout the house and on the front porch. This tree behind me is decorated with things that have been gifted to me, little Christmas ornaments that were handmade for me. I've got a little sock over there from Tammy Sabo. I have some ornaments that were gifted to me last year from Mary Beth Wilcox, and I have some yarn on my tree. So I thought I would do a little festive tree in the spirit of knitting and crochet and yarn. And of course my other trees will have different things on them, but this tree is just for us. So if I do have it on a low flash, so I hope that's not annoying to anybody, because this has a lot of different settings, but I think the low flash is kind of nice. It is during the day, so I don't know how much we can see. I'll try to take a better picture at night. But let's today day one is the start of Advent knitting. And start of Advent really started Sunday. Before, it's like the 4 weeks before Christmas. You celebrate the Advent is to celebrate the coming of Jesus Christ. And I have a little bit of stuff I want to talk about that. But today, getting started, I have probably to talk about the yarn sets I'll be showing during Advent. And there is one project I know for sure I'm going to be knitting. There are some others that I'll share, but I want to wait just a little bit before I jump in and get started on them, because I want to. These are projects that are designed for mini skeins and Advent sets, but I kind of want to see the colorings before I get started. I don't want to just jump in day one and get going. I want to kind of order them in a way that I would like. I'm kind of particular about that. So but I will be glad to share with you what I plan on making with some of these. And I do have one Advent set from last year that I can also incorporate into one of the larger projects that I want to make. Any of the projects that I do show, I will link down in the description box below, and so you can access the links and maybe make this along with me if that's something that interests you. I have 4 Advent sets this year. I had forgotten. I was going to do 3, and I had really forgotten that I purchased one in March of this year early, so I'd forgotten about it. And when it showed up, I was like, oh, I've got 4. Okay. I actually only have 3 to show today, because the 4th one I have, the one coming from Canada, has not arrived yet. I don't think it's going to arrive until December the 3rd. So I do have something I can show from it though. So I tell you what, let's just start with that one. Let me explain what that is. All right, the first set that I don't have, but I do have something I can show you from, is from Aberdeen Wool Company. There's their Tangled Poets Backpacker set. And my friend Demetra Zamzis, she has a channel. She's going to be showing this set as well on her channel. I'll link it down below. Please go check it out. She already has her set, and I know she's going to be opening it every day. So if you want to go check out what it exactly looks like for the first couple of days until I get mine, go check out our channel. I will link it down below. but this is their 5th year to do an Advent set. My first year to see theirs, you get 3,100 yards of fingering weight yarn, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, all milled and hand dyed in Ontario. And you get 24 individual mini skeins, which are 30 grams each, 110 yards, which is awesome. That's a good yardage. And these are going to be a blend of tonals, semi-solids, and variegated colorways, which is going to be nice. And they're perfectly blended to coordinate. And then you're going to get a 1 full-size skein for the last day, 125 grams, 450 yards. You're also going to get like a little pattern book of patterns. And they're going to get a tool pack with cloth pegs and strings so that you can hang each one of these little packages up. And then you're going to get a package of all the patterns that is going to be from previous Advent years. So that's kind of cool. I like that. The one thing that they also did was once you bought their Advent set, they sent you one of their skeins of yarn. This is their Tangled Poets sock yarn. This was as a thank you for buying their Advent set. Let me see if this even... I don't see a colorway on this. This was just a skein that they sent as a thank you for buying their Advent set. And isn't that beautiful? It was really pretty. I love those colors in that. I probably will be giving this away in one of my giveaways, so keep your eyes open for that. I have Advent giveaways going on my channel through December, once a week. These 2 bags are from MLD Threads off of Etsy. They're so cute. They got like a different fabric on the inside. Here's this Christmas bag, the cute little peppermint handle. And it's got this little in the inside. And then the other one I got are these little bags from Bags by Awesome Granny, who is also off of Etsy. This one's just Busy Knitter, Kitty Knitter, and Puppy Knitter. And then the other one is, of course, you guys know I love pink, so I got the pink Christmas tree. And this one's also by Awesome Granny. Bags by Awesome Granny off of Etsy. So I have those to put my Advent sets in. Let's start with the Miss Babs. This year, Miss Babs had 3 different yarn colors to choose from for their they're calling their festive sets. They had a kind of a neutral set. They had a watercolor set. And then they had like a rainbow set. And they offered it on 2 of their yarn bases. Avon, which is one of their new yarn bases. A light fingering weight yarn, and then their Yummy 2-ply, which is 2-ply superwash merino wool yarn base that I've used in many of my projects this year. Just used color in my Stephen West Mr. Shaw Knit Along that I just showed you guys recently. Now for Miss Babs, you could pick the colors. They showed you a picture of what the colors look like, and I'm going to show these as I talk about them. I ended up picking the festive set, which is kind of it looks a lot like pinks and purples and blue greens. I love those colors. It kind of also goes with my set I got last year from Swoon Fibers. I'll try to put a picture of that in here. What you got for this, you get 25 different mini skeins that are 80 yards each in your choice of Yummy, 2-ply, or Avon. It's about a total of 2,000 yards. You're going to get 25 tonal colorways. So these are all tonals created by Miss Babs' team to work together into a fade or a gradient. Because of this, I'm thinking that I'm not sure exactly the order, but I'm thinking this will probably work really well for one of the projects I want to knit this year is the Adventurer Scarf and Wrap by Amba O'Brien, and it has a lot of lace in it, so I think that the tonals will work really well for this Adventurer Scarf and Wrap by Amba O'Brien. Again, I'm going to kind of wait to see how I want to order it, but I think that will work really well for this project, and I think that's what I'm probably going to do with it. And once I get started on that, I'd be glad to show it. Wow, okay, so this is what the Miss Babs set looks like. I just got it right here in the box, and you can see right away there's a project bag right on top. Let's just pull it out. They love to wrap their stuff in their big plastic, so it looks like they've got all these wrapped up in all the different colors. Isn't that pretty? They got like the little, I guess we get some notions on day 15. Let's just open this up. And look at these. I love this little bag. Look at this. Maybe I should use this for the yarn. This is Create Every Day. Isn't that pretty? It's got a little pull tab. Oh, maybe I'll just use this for this yarn instead of one of the others. So we get a project bag, and let's see what. Oh, we get notions on day 1 right away. That's awesome. And let's see. The yarns are, this is the way the yarns are wrapped, and you can see it has a little sticker right there for the day. I love that. So I have to pull these out and put them in an order, because I'm not seeing there is day 1. Day 1 says green one. Oh, they coordinate. Look at there. Day 1 in green. Like that. So day 1 yarn and day 1 notions. Open up the notions first. This was like a bag. This doesn't feel like... Oh, it is a little bag. It's a little notions bag. Oh, look how cute this is. This, it says, natural style handmade. So I guess this is for all your little notions. How cute. I love that. It's a little adorable. Adorable. All right, let's look at the yarn. Let's see what end they're going to start at. We already know what the colors kind of look like. Kind of feel cheating, like I'm cheated on this one, but I have no idea about the other one. Well, I do know the palette for one of them. Let's see what we start with. Ooh, my favorite, pink. Look at this beautiful pink skein of yarn. I think I picked the right one. If it starts out with pink, I picked the right one. This is Miss Babs Festive 2021. Oh, and it says composition. I don't know if that's the name or not. Isn't that pretty though? Maybe I will cast on with this one. I got the Yummy 2-ply. I really love the feel of that base. I haven't worked with Avon. I know it's lighter weight, a little bit thinner. I believe there's 490 yards in 100 grams, whereas in this one there's 400 yards on 100 grams. I like the thickness and the squishiness of this yarn. It's just so pretty. You can see the plies and see the color. All right, so that's day 1. I think I'll put it in here in this bag that it comes with, and I'll put the little notions bag in there. Keep it to the side. I think I'll keep all of these in here just in case. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I may end up giving some of this stuff away. You guys know that I like to have giveaways. So I'm going to keep some of this stuff if I decide not to keep some of this. I'll wrap it up nicely for a giveaway. All right, so that's Miss Babs. Project I will be starting today. This is the MCAL Calendar Stole by Bridget Koch. I explained that the other day. It is a lace project. It's sponsored by the Never Enough Lace Group. So for the MCAL Calendar Stole, she recommends using 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn. It's 437 yards each, 100 grams. So I was going to use red yarn to be festive for the season, but I was not able to find my red beads. Now, the beads are optional, and they're going to be added to the interlude rows, so that's in between the pattern. She's done this like every year that I've knitted it, the last 3 years. This will be my 4th year to knit this. You need 176 beads and 2 times 26 for the picot cast on and the picot bind off, which is 228 beads for this shawl. I could not find my red beads to use my red yarn, so I decided to pull out this. I found this other yarn that I thought would be really pretty. I'm going to be using Manas del Uruguay Alegria yarn. This is a, it's 445 yards, 405 meters per 3.5 ounces. It's 100 gram skein. It is 75% superwash merino, 25% polyamide, and this color I'm going to be using today is called silver. And so I have 2 skeins of this light silver. That's what I'm going to be using. And the beads I found to use, because I was having trouble finding my red beads, are these beads. These beads, which are multicolored, as you can see, they're like, there's a dark gray, a kind of a frosted gray, a pearl gray, all shades of gray, and kind of almost, yeah, shades of gray in this. I thought that would be really pretty. So I think those are the beads I'm going to use for this project. And I have plenty of this, so I think I'm going to cast that on today, do the picot cast on, and I'll be showing some of that maybe in a little bit, work on the cast on and show a little bit of that, and then show more of the knitting tomorrow. And as I get into the Advent boxes and stuff and see how things might start be putting together, and that's when I might start the adventurer wrap and scarf and maybe another project. But I do know I want to work on a blanket. I've been looking at using the Knit Vent from Helen Stewart, her anthology throw. I like that. It's a nice circular blanket. And I could maybe use yarn from one of these and yarn from last year. The box I want to show is from Suburban Stitcher. This is her box here. This is what it comes like. And you get these little things. Each one is individually wrapped. And the theme of hers this year for her calendar is Quiet Voices. Really beautiful. It says, thank you so much for joining this year for a quiet journey into the month of December. Please open a package each day beginning with December 1. It says, Stephanie Lotvin of Telly Bean Knits has designed a brand new pattern using the 2022 Advent calendar. Inside this box you will find all the yarn you will need to complete the project, named What Tomorrow Brings. Oh, so there's a shawl with this. Oh, I was thinking I might use this for my blanket. Alright, so this is her sock base, which is a merino, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon blend. She also offered a gold stellina merino base. I ended up just picking the sock without the gold stellina in it. Each skein is going to be a tonal solid of a very soft and gentle nature, no bright and saturated colors this year. Rather, it will be a peaceful transition from day to day, suited to pair with nearly any color you choose. Each box will contain a pattern from Telly Bean Knits, designed especially from this calendar, a collection of inspirational words, and some tiny, beautiful tokens to enjoy while knitting. When you're counting down to Advent or indulging in a small moment of daily peace as we prepare for the winter, you will find comfort in this countdown calendar. It contains 25 20-gram mini skeins. And this one is going to fade cohesively from one color to the next. So this is a great project to use where you want it to fade from one to the next. You guys ready to see this? I'm excited to see where we're starting. All right. Ooh. This is so pretty. We're starting out with a nice neutral. This is number 1. Isn't that beautiful? It's pretty. These are all going to be really soft. yarns. That's number 1. And this is from Suburban Stitches. Suburban Stitches. Suburban Stitches should go in the Christmas bag. What do you think? I think that'll be good. Alright, so I'll probably try to wind that up and try to figure out a project for that in the next couple of days. Okay, the last box I have is from Ruby and Roses. I'm kind of excited about this one. I think that's why I saved it to last. Because I bought some of her sock yarn earlier this year, and it is just beautiful. So I'm excited about looking at it. This year, her theme is the Classic Advent Set, and it looks like she's got a palette of colors. This one actually might be more suited for the Amba O'Brien shawl. She does include a pattern with her. She designed this. This is from Addison Volner, and she did a Christmas sampler project, which is a shawl project. She designed it to be like a DK weight. I know the yarns I got in this thing, this box, are fingering weights, so you have to hold them together double to make the shawl. So I'm not excited about doing that. So I don't know if I'm going to knit the Christmas sampler or not. I have the pattern downloaded, and I'm going to include a picture as I'm talking about it, but I'm not sure that I'm going to do this one. All right, so for this box, this is the Classic Advent. I got the Ruby and Roses Soft Rose Base, which is a fingering weight, 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 437 yards, 100 grams. It has 24 gram mini skeins, 24 20-gram mini skeins, as well as a 100-gram skein with a total yardage of 2,518 yards. Both options are dyed on her soft rose base, which is, I said already. They will all be extremely layered and one of a kind to the core. It will be designed to be a complete cohesive collection of yarns. So these are going to be cohesive as well and go nicely from one to the next. I want you to be able to knit with the entire Advent in one project, should you wish, or knit 25 individual items if you would rather. From Ruby and Roses. This is what it looks like if you open it. And it's got the little card here. And it says Christmas Sampler 2022. Like this. This is a picture of the Christmas Sampler pattern that she shows in Ravelry. You can see her doing her pictures in her studio and knitting. I'm hoping that this is a theme. Ooh, I'm so excited about that. Maybe pink and golds. It says this year's Advent will feature a shawl pattern that samples many different types of stitches that will hopefully keep you enthralled throughout this Christmas season. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, so take this off for a second. And right away you can see in here there's a that must be the candle. And then you got all these little bags, cute little red velvet bags. It says, handle with care, I'm fragile. So this is the candle from a Wool and Wax that they created for this. One second, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Ooh. Alright, so this is... Aww. This is the candle you get, Wool and Wax, and it's Ruby and Roses Classic Advent. Oh, that smells so good. It smells like a pine Christmas tree, but a little bit of cookies in the background. What is the smell? It's really nice. I wish your smell-o-vision worked. It smells so good. It's nice. You got these little, these yarns come in these little cute little red and green velvet bags. It's stamped with the day's date. Aren't they adorable? Let's see. Gotta find number 1. Ah, here we go. No, that's number 14. Here we go. Number 1, this cute little red bag. I'm going to go through and organize these. This is nothing like the corner. Wow. Woo, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? This is Christmas. Look at that. Red and green. Isn't that pretty? Some pink in there. Oh, I love this. And this base, her yarn is so soft and squishy. I love this. This is gorgeous. Okay, so there we go. Those are the yarns I have for today. I think I'm going to put this in this and put it in let's see, let's put this in the Christmas bag. This Christmas bag. Over here. That one's not so tonal, so that might work well for the blanket. That might look really nice for the blanket.
It's white outside and the night is cold. Everyone's lighting candles in their homes. Yes, it's Christmas. It's a magic time. You can feel it in the air, that every child got their hearts filled up with joy. Yes, it's Christmas all around. All snow is falling down, all the colored lights lighting up this town. And as I walk outside, hear the Christmas choir sing, Merry Christmas to you. This time of year is a time to cheer. Let our loved ones, our family and friends have a Christmas with so much love, and with joy and laughter. Let us make memories that stay forever. It's Christmas today. All snow is falling down, all the colored lights lighting up this town. And as I walk outside, hear the Christmas choir sing, Merry Christmas to you.
One of the things I wanted to do for Advent was to have an Advent wreath this year and light a candle for the different days. This is the 4 weeks before the birth of Jesus, celebrating the first week of Advent. And he's coming, the birth of our King. He is coming again. That's what that celebrates. We celebrate the fact that he came as a babe to take on our sins and to die for our sins. And he's going to be coming again at the end of the world. So we light this in remembrance and in gratitude for all that he has done for us. Beautiful Advent. 24 days of the story of Jesus and his birth. It says, "Arise and shine, for your light has come." Isaiah 61. Week 1, when we celebrate Advent, it says that it means the celebration of hope. From John 8:12, it says, "When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, 'I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of light.'" This candle reminds us of the promise that a Messiah would come, bringing peace and love to the world. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned. Isaiah 9:2. If you want to read further, read Isaiah 9:2-7. Let's do that. It says, "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of the shadow of death, a light has dawned. You have enlarged the nation and increased their joy. They rejoice before you as people rejoice at the harvest, as men rejoice when dividing the plunder. For as in the days of Midian's defeat, you have shattered the yoke that burdens them, the bar across their shoulders, the rod of their oppressor. Every warrior's boot used in battle and every garment rolled in blood will be destined for burning, will be fuel for the fire. For unto us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this." Thank you so much for spending day 1 with me. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to get myself a little bit more organized and together. We'll get more into the knitting and more of the Christmas decorations. So thank you so much. Hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.